The intuitive guidance Q&A is really great too. It always seems to just be the perfect mix of questions and feedback and coaching from sharing guidance. So I get a lot from just hearing Sherry work with every member in the group, as well as being able to bring my own particular focus in is always nice to get that feedback. And also having that ongoing support from month to month has been helpful, because Sherry kind of tracks where you are at in your business and can really laser in based on who you are and her relationship with you, and support you in more kind of refined, ongoing, overarching support as well. She has a really great way of describing both like the inner being state and our state of our desires, and how that relates to outer action, and that all syncs up with the planetary focus, and it changes over time. So that's helpful for me to have that kind of broader scope from like top down looking in. And then with the intuitive guidance one-on-one or in the group, when she gives one-on-one feedback, I'm also applying the suggestions that Sherry is recommending in there, and just really like sitting with them and kind of making them my own, and taking action based on what's been shared. And then cumulatively, it's been a way for me to have a point of inspiration and inspired action in my business as well. I feel the most valuable aspect of the membership is just the consistent support that I feel from Sherry with the meetings that we do. It's nice to get on the call and have a couple times a month where we're dropping in and can see each other and feel each other's energy. And it is with the focus and lens of the transits and the moon cycles as well, and what particular signs they're in. So it gives this kind of structure that feels like I can rest into it and feel supported, and also empowered with the information that not only applies to me, but those in my larger community and those that I serve. And that's really another key piece that I love about this container, is that it is a both and. We're not working in silos, we're not working alone as islands, we're all connected, whether we have group programs or even just in our larger circle of influence. I just really love when Sherry is in her zone of genius, like playing with the intuitive aspects and seeing what comes up. There's something magical about being in that place of trust, both from my own way of being in my own business, with how I am with myself in my business on that personal relational level, and then also with the way that Sherry models that within her own guidance and coaching. So there's like this imprint in a way that is received in a transmission that happens and that's really what Sherry focuses on, is doing business your own way, that there's not one way, there's your way. And so it's like this macro micro experience of what she's encouraging us to do in our own business. She's really modeling through the imprint and the guidance that she shares. One of the hallmarks of Sherry's guides that she does every month that I really have been appreciating is the way that she curates from different sources and from her own intuitive guidance, information specifically related to the transits and where the planets are, and key dates with key planets that very well may affect us as well as the collective and the people that we're working with and our clients. So That has been really fun to just see what pearls of wisdom that she draws in from different sources. And even if you have no experience with astrology, again, just like curious about what's going on. There's so much information out there that you could kind of get lost in a sea of so many interpretations and voices and angles, and a lot of the information out there isn't specifically related to business. So Sherry has been brilliant at just really getting in there and creating a flow with her guides that leads us into like a relevancy with how these transits can play out for us, and how to leverage them and really use them in the most beneficial way. I recommend the Alchemy Lab to anyone who considers themselves astro-curious, spiritual entrepreneur, anyone who's inspired by the dawning of the age of Aquarius and how that can really look and feel tangibly in your own life and business. And that you can really kind of move the needle by resting into like what's already happening cosmically, and use the beneficial aspects of, and be aware of some of the potential pitfalls as well that can come through the shadow aspects of any transit, as well as the beneficial the ones that allow us to really evolve and expand. And that's really what I believe all of us have in common, is that we are doing business in service to humanity's awakening, each in our own individual ways. And I've been in quite a few memberships before. And the one thing that I would say that makes this membership unique and different is the way that the personalized aspect and the high touch nature of receiving Sherry's support fits in with this more like universal collective energetic of like what's really going on through humanity's evolution. So I like having the global and then the local, meaning for me, how does this relate to me? How does this relate to my clients? While also in this greater context. That aspect is very unique. And then also just Sherry's energy for sure. And the way she, like I mentioned earlier, encourages us to find our unique way. It's really about lining up with the heart and what's true in our innermost heart. And that really is the way that business is evolving anyway. So I feel like this group is very much on trend in that way to address the evolving state of business, and we can't do business as usual, whatever that means, from the way we've done it in the past. Systems are changing, things are dissolving, and we are being called to step forward in more of our own guru selfdom. So astrology really provides a way for us to have that be lasered into like what makes it unique and different for us, and how we can kind of stand in our own brilliance. And Sherry is definitely a supporter and a proponent of that, and carries that flag for us to remember that we do have all we need within the center points of our own heart to be of service at this time.